Okay, so we already have our next speaker with us. The second session of this morning is by Shri Arun Chakrabarty. He is officer in charge, cyber security and cyber safety cell of the CID West Bengal. Shri Chakrabarty is going to speak on cyber crime, its different types, do's and don'ts, and cyber safety measures from women's perspective. Sir, since you're already here, I welcome you on behalf of the Women's Studies Center, Lady Brabourne College. And now you have time for 2 hours from around 12 to 2. So I would request you to finish maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes earlier, so that if there are questions from the participants, I'm sure there will be many, so you can attend to them also. Sir?
Thank you. Thank you. I feel honored and privileged for giving me the opportunity to be part of the 7th International Interdisciplinary Online Gender Sensitization Program organized by Lady Brabourne College. I would like to give thanks to Lady Brabourne College Authority, especially Mohua Roy Madam, for giving me the chance to deliver lectures in this class. As today's topic is little bit lengthy and there are so many things to cover, so without wasting any more time, I would like to start the class. Thank you.
Yes, sir, you can start.
Okay. Are you getting me clearly, my presentation?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. As we all know, in today's world, that cybercrime is being the alarming challenge for the law enforcement agencies, especially, and the society as a whole. It is becoming a burning topic and are being associated with other types of crimes also. Today, our topic is cybercrime, its different types, do's and don'ts, and cyber safety measures from women's perspective. First, we would like to know what is cybercrime. This is quite new. The definition itself says that it's any unlawful act where computer or communication device or computer network is used to commit or facilitate the commission of the crime. Then it is called cybercrime. And the cyber crime is dealt by a separate law that is called Information Technology Act 2000. It was enacted in 2000 and further it was amended in 2008. Apart from the Information Technology Act 2000 and Amendment Act 2008, certain sections of Indian Penal Code 1860 are being used to deal with the cybercrime cases. These laws are basically enacted in 2000 by the Indian Parliament. It's the primary law in India for matters related to cybercrime and e-commerce. The act was enacted to give legal sanction to electronic commerce, electronic transactions, to enable e-governance and also to prevent cybercrime. Apart from that, electronic signatures and digital signatures. Digital signatures is primarily used to protect documents and is certified by certification authority. And electronic signature is often associated with a contract that a signer agrees to. An electronic signature is any electronic symbol, process, or sound associated with a record or a contract that the interested party intends to sign. Okay. Apart from that, intellectual property. All we know that intellectual property refers to creation of our mind, such as inventions, literary, artistic work, design, symbols, names, images. Those are used in commerce. These are all comes under the periphery of intellectual property. These are being dealt by the cybercrime. that is the IT Act, and protection of personal data and privacy. General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, the European Data Protection Regulation, that is the mother regulation, is applicable as from the 25th of May 2018 in all matters, states to harmonize data privacy laws across the Europe. Thereafter, in India, it lacks a sound legislation for data protection. After 5 years in the making, the bill that was designed to protect the privacy of the Indians, the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 was withdrawn by the government. Anyway, in this first slide, we just gone through the what is cybercrime and what are the relevant laws behind it to deal with this. Next, if we go through the cybercrime complaints which are being risen day by day, there are National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, cybercrime.gov.in, that is available in this portal. And from the NCRP data based on 2019 to 2021, we got this figure. The cybercrime complaints reported in National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, West Bengal. There are all the states have their own portal being managed by National NCRB. And in West Bengal, it is being dealt by our CID headquarters, Bhavani Bhavan. And DIG Cybercrime is the nodal officer for the state. If we go through this, we can see that in 2019, 20, 21, and 22, the complaints are being grown in leaps and bounds. And there is a sharp inclination to the magnitude of 4,346% rise in last 4 years. From this figure, we can easily judge that how cyber crimes are taking place and taking other crimes, overriding other crimes in our society. Statistics of cybercrime against women. As per the National Commission for Women, their websites, we got the data, and we just play a small graph on it for your sensitization. The in cybercrime, most of the time, women are being soft targeted. They are being used, and for this for the purpose of cheating, for the purpose of identity theft, defamation. In all these issues, women and children are the most common soft target in case of cybercrime cases. We just again see one graph. This is basically a projection graph. If we see in 2019, the complaints were only 884. In 2020, it gone to 11,512. In 2021, it is 38,421. In 22, it is 37,396 up to 22nd August. And in the same way, if we give a linear progression or a projected view in 2023, it will be around 73,000. This shows an alarming situation which will have to face, our society have to face. Why cybercrime against women started rising? This is a common feature. The why cybercrime against women is started rising. People were using social media and online platforms for educational, occupational, financial, and recreational purposes during the lockdown period. As the entire country was on lockdown, criminals were unable to physically assault the victims, give rise an opportunity to the new generation cyber criminal. Criminals have changed their modus operandi vis-a-vis their platforms. They choose the cyberspace to defraud, defame, sexual harassment to the people, especially to the women and children. That's the main reason we think basically the cybercrime against women started rising. Here are one of the main topic is the types of cybercrime. As per the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal of MHA Government of India, there are 24 types cyber crimes are there. There's a categorization. Basically, crimes are of two types. Types for crime against women and children. This can be subdivided in 3-4 stages. That is child pornography, child sexual abuse material, obscene content, rape, gang rape cases. And apart from that, there are other types of cyber crimes also. The other cyber crimes basically comes in 24 types. These are the types. And we will explain each of the types. Some of have some idea of each, some of the types, but in this presentation, I would like to concentrate each of the types, give some examples. We'll explain what are the types and how it is being dealt, all this thing. See, this is again a statistical scenario based on crime in India 2021 data of National Crime Records Bureau, Government of India. They are the organization basically deals with the statistical data, crime statistics of India. See, there are, in earlier slides, we saw the complaints, but in this slide, we saw the cases. That slide, the complaints of West Bengal only, but in these slides, these are the cases across in pan-India basis. 52,974 cyber crime cases have been reported. And if we just analyze the cybercrime cases, we can see that the financial fraud cases are the most type of crimes which has been happened in India. 32,230 cases have been registered in financial fraud cases. Sexual exploitation cases is 4,555. All we know that many of the sexual exploitation cases are not being reported in timely basis. Apart from that, extortion cases, defamation cases, personal revenge and others. These are the small picture from where we can easily guess what is the exact scenario with respect to cybercrime cases in India. Without wasting further time, I just would like to show each of the types. First, we will concentrate on identity theft. Here, what is identity theft? Suppose your Facebook has been hacked. Your Facebook is your identity, your social media identity, and that has been hacked by some fraudsters, some imposters, and it is being used. Your personal data, your personal photographs, your personal, everything has been stolen, and this has been used by some others. This is called identity theft. It is the act of wrongfully obtaining someone's personal information, which defines one's identity. Here's Facebook account is your identity in social media without your permission. Personal information, what is personal information? It means the phone number, address, bank account number, Aadhaar number, debit, credit card number, all these your personal number. Okay. And we will just elaborate. There are 5 types of identity theft recorded in cybercrime. And we'll explain. The first one is data breach. Data breach. What is data breach? It's an incident in which information is accessed without authorization. Your data is your personal thing. In recent past, we just see an Air India case, a sophisticated hacking attack in Air India's passenger service system provider SITA, SITA, resulted in the theft of personal data of 4.5 million passengers in February 2021. Data registered between August 2011 and February 2021 were stolen by the hackers. Details that were compromised include name, date of birth, contact information, passport information, ticket information, among others. It is available in the internet also. In the recent Facebook case in April 2021, 530 million Facebook users' data were publicly posted in an online hacking forum. The leaked data appears to have been scrapped from Facebook in 2019, was recently made available in public database. Some of us have known that Cambridge Analytica in 2010's personal data belonging to millions of Facebook users were collected without their consent by British consulting firm Cambridge Analytica for political advertising through an app called This Is Your Digital Life. That was an app that was being used by the Cambridge Analytica in the data breach case. The data breach was another data breach was happened by Cambridge Analytica in 2013 and also in 2018. These are the few examples of data breach which has been happened in our world. There are so many examples are also there. Next is cyber squatting. What is cyber squatting? This is an act of registering, trafficking, or using a domain name with an intent to profit from a goodwill or a trademark belonging to someone else. Sometimes misguided by using similar website with different domain names. Suppose Flipkart.com. This is a website we generally use, Flipkart. Suppose one person have created another website, Flipkart.in. Another have created Flipkart.org. But common people does not have any idea what is the difference between Flipkart.com, Flipkart.org, Flipkart.in. That's why what Flipkart does, that Flipkart purchase all the similar domains. That is, if we just write it down Flipkart.in or Flipkart.org, it will be redirected to Flipkart.com. This type of fraud, the standard way to protect a brand or to register a trademark, a trade name or a logo that distinguishes the brand from other business in the field. This is called cyber squatting. These are the cyber squatting cases. There are basically 4 types of cyber squatting happen in the cyber world. That is, one is typo squatting, that is called URL hacking, URL hijacking, rather, identity theft, name jacking, and reverse cyber squatting. All these 4 types of cyber squatting are available under identity theft. Next is debit and credit card fraud. Your debit card, your credit card is your personal thing. See the picture, just have a look. What are the details available in our debit or credit card? Nowadays, every card is having a separate microchip, stores all the detailed information of the customer. There are 16-digit card numbers. This is the card holder's name, and this is the expiry date. Don't disclose the expiry date, card holder's name, their spelling. You don't disclose. What you can disclose? You can disclose only the last 4 digits of the card. This last 4 digits of the card you can disclose to the company, the card company or the bank. They have This is your serial number, your card, basically card serial number. And the back side of the card, there is a magnetic strip. This strip basically store all the information about your card details. This is the CVV number. This CVV number is the most vital thing. You have to write, give a signature on this. That is, you just complied the regulations of the credit card company. And this is the CVV number. In online transaction, generally the CVV number have to put in your, by you in the website. In some countries like Bangladesh, in their system, you don't have to give the CVV number also. Just you have to write it down, only the 16-digit card number, this a card expiry date, and your full name. And these three information is enough for an online transaction. So see how dangerous it is. In India and other countries also, there is a compulsion to give the CVV number or CVC number for a successful transaction. Okay. Next. And in today's digital world, we have to use the plastic cards in every day. And some safety practices, what I think you should know to avoid the plastic card frauds. These are the some safety features, safety practices, rather you should know. Download the banking app directly from App Store. Avoid using links received through email. Suppose you have to download the app of your card companies. Suppose you have an Axis Bank card. Axis Bank app should be downloaded from the Axis Bank website, not from the link supplied by anyone. Don't click on the link supplied by any unauthorized person. Always control your card from the authorized mobile app. Do not share your card information over the phone or internet to anyone. You know that bank authority never asks any personal information from you, any personal information of your cards. At a merchant location like restaurant, point of sale, etc., insist on punching in your PIN yourself in front of you. Don't give your card to someone. Suppose someone asks your card, go to the next door and he does your transaction on behalf of you. Don't allow him to do such thing. Always check the bill and bill amount, whether the same bill amount, the same claimed bill amount has been put by him or not. Don't throw away the transaction receipts when you are done with it. Tear it or shred it. Don't just throw away the receipt. Okay. Memorize your PIN number. Don't write to any paper, write on any paper or card itself. Never save your card details in email or your Google Drive or cloud, hard disk, pen drive, nowhere. And before making any transaction, ensure that the particular website you are using having the HTTPS tagging. That is called padlock. One lock sign is there. This is the lock sign. You should ensure. I will explain in subsequent slides this thing. Apart from that, there are farming. Farming is a cyber attack aiming to redirect a website's traffic to another bogus website. Suppose sometimes we just search for some helpline number. We just use our Google to search a company's helpline number. That is dangerous. Fraudsters, what does? Fraudsters use the search engine optimization, give the bogus helpline number in the Google, and through the search engine optimization, their bogus websites, their bogus phone numbers are shown in the first page of your search. You have a misinterpretation that this is the right helpline number. You just call that number and duped by them. The hackers may use a technique called DNS poisoning. DNS stands for Domain Name System. Farmers can modify the DNS table in a server, causing multiple users. These are the too many technical things. I don't want to go so many technicalities. Always think that farming can be happened. So don't click. Before clicking, you just see that whether you are clicking on the actual sites, whether it is the HTTPS website or not, and don't search any helpline number from the Google, rather from the concerned company's website. Impersonation, that is stealing information from smart card, debit or other smart payment cards device without even physical contact with the card. Information stealing malware can be sent through mail, SMS, WhatsApp link. Malwares can be in different forms like virus, spyware, rootkits, remote access tools, etc. Identity theft casually goes through different profiles in social media using a fake account. From the profiles, they select a few gullible targets for attacking. I'm just showing some tips which has to be followed by the common man to get rid of these identity theft cases. Don't close the browser window without logging out. This is our bad habits. We generally close the window without logging out. Nowadays, suppose if you use the Google Chrome has your customized option, that is you have to log in Google account, and then when you use the Google Chrome browser, Google stores all of your likings, your searching preferences, all these things have been stored by Google in the Google Chrome browser. If you just close the browser without logging out from your Google account, then if it is a common system, that the system is being used by others, that can be misused. Always use two-step verification, that is OTP. Suppose your account has to be multi-factor authentication or two-step authentication. Whenever one person enters into your account, an OTP will come to your authorized mobile number. Whenever you will put on the OTP, one-time password, then only he can enter in the computer. Don't save your username or password in the web browser. That's a very, very, very bad practice. If you save the username or password in the web browser, that can easily be hacked, and that is stored in your browsers. Any hacker or any malware, small type of malware, may be used to decrypt that particular data and can be available by the fraudster. Register your mobile number with social networking sites to get alerts in the event of unauthorized access. permanently delete all downloaded documents and browsing history. It is a very good practice to delete our browsing history periodically. And if you use any cyber cafe or any public place, public systems, then always delete your downloaded documents, cookies, browsing history before leaving the computer. Remember to clean all your browser cache every time. What is cache? Cache or cookies, we can say it similarly. Suppose if you visit one website, when next time you visit the website, the system stores the previous preferences, previous details in the computer in the form of cookies and caches. That is, it will open in the second time so quickly. These are all been happen in the presence of these cookies and caches. So from the cookies and cache, we can explore various type of data. So don't allow others to explore yourself. And always, whenever you use the third-party computer in public computer, always use the private browser that is in incognito mode. So your details will not be stored there. These are the tips to be followed for this identity theft. Second type is spoofing tricks. Spoofing, what is spoofing? Where attackers play with the minds of the user to trap them with lucrative offers. Once trapped, the attackers can exploit the victim by others by either stealing money or sensitive personal information and harm the victim. There are certain types of, 5 types of spoofing tricks are there. Just going one by one. Number 1 is phishing. What is phishing? Normally phishing emails display grammatical error. It involves stealing personal information such as customer ID, PIN number, credit debit card number, card expiry date, CVV number, etc. through emails that appears to be from a legitimate source. Phishing is a bogus thing. Bogus, it may be a bogus website also. Okay, it seems to be an original one, but it does not actually. Normally, phishing emails display grammatical errors or overlap text using false data before putting the actual information. Links might also lead to the .exe files. These kinds of files are known to spread malicious software. One of the latest phishing technique is tab nabbing. It takes advantage of the multiple tabs that users use and silently redirects the user to the affected site. Next is phishing. Phishing. What is phishing? What is phishing? Phishing is one kind of phishing using phone call. It's an attempt where fraudsters try to seek personal information like customer ID, net banking password, ATM PIN, OTP, card expiry date, CVV, all this the same thing through phone call. In this case, bogus phone calls comes from the unauthorized persons and they ask for these details. Nowadays, there are so many bank fraud cases. In the name of bank officer, the phones are coming. These are all the case of phishing. Another is SMSing. SMSing means phishing through SMS. That is called SMSing. It's a type of fraud that uses mobile phone text message to lure victims into calling back on a fraudulent phone number, visiting fraudulent website or downloading malicious content via phone or web. The message will typically ask you, usually with a sense of urgency, to click on a link to a website or call a phone number in order to verify, update, or reactivate your account. The website link will lead to a bogus website and the phone number to a fraudsters pretending to be from a legitimate company. Their goal is to get you to disclose any information that can help the fraudster to steal your money. That's the main thing. Another is online job fraud. Nowadays, this kind of frauds are being taken place. It's an attempt to defraud people who are in need of employment by giving them a false hope or promise for better employment with higher wages, or lure them for career opportunities or acting, modeling. In our CID also, there are so many cases are being reported in this type of online job frauds. We have there are certain safety precautions are there. Fake government jobs, government website must have .gov.in or .nic.in as part of their website address, that is mha.gov.in, cidwestbengal.gov.in. Generally, government websites are ended with .gov.in or .nic.in. All government organizations always advertise vacancies in their leading newspapers, their official websites, and employment news where applicable. Always try to check the company's website if you found a job opportunity or any other website to check the authenticity of the job and know more about the profile. Very often companies put their manpower requirements on their official website under careers option. Avoid opportunities on search engine advertisements. Check privacy policy of the job sites. Check for spelling mistakes. Use verified job portals. Never pay for a job. These are the certain precautions we should abide by. Another is spamming. It occurs when someone receives unsolicited commercial messages via email, SMS, WhatsApp, persuading to for buying a product or service, or visit a website for purchase, or click into a divulging bank account. Suppose sometimes we got some message from our friends in our friends group or family group that you got a message that Amazon is celebrating their 25 years. Just click on the link, you will get a surprise gift. What is the link? The Amazon-superoffers.in. Or in Flipkart Big Billion Day, just one thing is circulating, that big-billion-day-flipkart.com. Okay. This is actually not either the Amazon actual website or neither the flipkart.com. To know how to read a website, I will just show you a simple thing. You just follow this thing from where you can get an idea how to read a website. Suppose, see, first one is the protocol, that is HTTPS. Hypertext markup language, HTML. Through HTML, that is this site is built. That's why the file name is aboutus.html. You see the first one, the example first one, this .com. This .com is the top level domain. Okay, from .com you just go through the left side. Exampleurl.com. This example URL is the second level domain. If it is the actual website of flipkart.com, that then only from a link you have to first find out where is the top level, where is my top level domain. This .com, .org, .in, these are the top level domain. And beside the left side of the top level domain, actual company's name is there. That is exampleurl.com is the actual website, and www, this is the subdomain, and HTTPS is the protocol. And after that, that is right side of the .com oblique info, that is the directory, and then oblique aboutus.html, this is the file. Okay. So whenever you get a message or a surprise for the surprise prize from your friend, you first check whether that particular website is a fake or not. Suppose you please, another complex example I have also given. This is the https www.examples.co.uk. This is co.uk is the top level domain and example is the domain. Suppose it may be like that, google.co.uk. This may be a site. Here this Google is the domain name, and thereafter the port number https 443 is the https port number. This is a certain complex thing. You don't in certain times you get this type of messages as a bogus link. Just you have to find it out, what is the bogus link, what is the actual link, then only you just click on that. There are certain sometimes you get some messages by shorted links, suppose bit.ly, googly, tiny URL, this type of messages you got, and in that case you have to use the URL expander. There are so many URL expander available in Google. You just open the Google, just write it down, the URL expander. You will get, suppose one of the most common URL expander is urlexpander.net. You just open the URL expander, then just put the bogus tiny URL or bogus URL on that. You will get the actual URL behind that tiny URL or the shortened URL. From that you can easily get what is the actual URL running behind it. Spoofing tricks. Don't respond to messages from unknown source requesting personal or financial details, all you know. Don't respond suspicious email. Don't transfer money to untrusted or unknown account. Remember, you can never win lottery if you don't have participated in it. Always verify the correctness of a domain of the email ID. I just told earlier. For example, government websites must have .gov.in or .nip.in top level domain as part of our website address. Spam filter, you should install some spam filters that is available free of cost and also with the antivirus software in your email account. There are certain, if anything happens with you, then what you should do, they change the password or PIN, online account, report the fraud to the concerned authorities, that is bank or credit card companies. Do not follow the link provided the fraudulent email. The fraudulent email might be some guidelines. Just follow these steps. Don't follow that. Review a bank and credit card statement for unexplained charges or inquiries that you didn't initiate. Next is social media fraud. These are the frauds which are being taken place nowadays. A large number of cases have been reported by our organization as well as in different, and there are 31 cybercrime police stations across the West Bengal. We are getting so many cases in under these categories. The social media frauds are a threat to an individual or unwanted access to one's social media profile and can cause loss of information, defamation, or even rules. Consequences such as physical or sexual assault, robbery, that also be take place. There are we can categorize in the social media fraud in 6 subcategories. Number 1 is child pornography, child sexual abuse material cases. We all know that child sexual abuse material is a totally banned thing. Suppose if you have the sexually abused material in your computer, that is not an offense. But transmitting the sexually abused material is an offense. But just holding the content of child sexual abuse material itself an offense. That is the main difference. Okay. And Section 67B of IT Act states that it is a punishable for publishing or transmitting of material depicting children in sexually explicit act, etc. in electronic form. Actually, Section 67B of Information Technology Act deals this type of frauds. Next is cyberbullying. It is basically a form of harassment or bullying inflicted through the use of electronic communication devices such as computer, mobile phone, laptop. It is psychologically disturbed, post rude, offensive, or suggestive comments online. These are cyberbullying cases. So many cyberbullying cases are being reported. Apart from that, there are cyber stalking. Both are similar in nature but have a demarcation. It is an act of persisting or unwanted contact from someone's online, which involve threat, libel, defamation, sexual harassment, or other actions to control, influence, or intimidate their target. There are examples: post rude, offensive, or suggestive comments online, follow the target online by joining the same group or forum, send threatening messages repeatedly, controlling message, lewd message, or emails to the target, someone else. Use technology to threaten or blackmail the target. These are all examples of cyber stalking. The main fake profile, actually to maintain fake profile on social media, that is Facebook, Instagram, etc. Stalkers keeps following the profile, make comments, keep others engaging. These type of stalking are being happened, and it is increasing day by day. Another is cyber grooming. Cyber grooming is one kind of fraud through which the cyber criminals builds an online relationship with the young person, mainly the teenagers, and tricks to pressurizes him her into some sexual or risky acts. In recent past, we came across a few online games. One is Blue Whale game, Momo game, and by using these games, the fraudsters actually creates an influence to the teenager players, basically, and lastly, they compel to make suicide. There are few suicide attempts or suicide cases were reported in this type of cases. This is called the cyber grooming. Next is sexting. According to the 2018 NCRB crime statistics for adults, 6,325 cases were filed under 67, 67A or 67B of IT Act in all the states and union territories and metropolitan areas. For juvenile, 65 cases were filed under these sections. We can just give an example. The sexting case, a male engineering student found it difficult to speak and was low in confidence. It transpired that he had been sex texting and a female friend is now blackmailing him. In another case, a 40-year-old woman from Middle East, married with children, seemed to be suffering from psychosis. After interviews and initial treatment, it was found that she was sending explicit pictures of herself to someone on internet who promised her lots of money. For the final deal, the person had asked for more pictures, more money, but she suffered a major psychosis and broke down. These are the sexting cases which are being happened in social in cyber crimes nowadays. Online sextortion, that is extortion using sex, that is called sextortion. Sextortion occurs when someone threatens or distribute private or sensitive material using an electronic medium if he does not provide images of a sexual nature, sexual favors and money. It is punishable offense by law and attract section 354D, 506, 507, 509 IPC and 384 IPC for extortion, and 67 of IT Act also applicable. Offenders in such crimes usually thrive on the victim's silence and lack of clarity in the law. Hence, everyone needs to be aware of the codes and sections that will help them in such cases. What are the modus operandi behind these online sextortion cases? The culprit sends friend request to the victim, possibly from a fake profile. They are exceptionally good to the victim and builds on victim trust and win their confidence. They convince the victim to share compromising and revealing pictures, videos of themselves. They start blackmailing the victims for money and sexual favors in return to keep their pictures and videos a secret. That's the main thing. We should be aware about it. Next is social media fraud, some tips to be followed. Restrict access of your profile. Social media sites offer some privacy settings to manage your post. Don't unnecessarily give or allow your post to be seen by the public except by your, and restrict those to your friends only. That will in great extent help you. Ensure our personal information, photos, videos are accessible only by our trusted one, not by anyone. Be careful while uploading our photos on social media, which show our location, places we frequently visit. Cyber stalkers may keep track of our daily life. Suppose don't give your tour details. Suppose you just want to go to Chennai for some tour or Mauritius for some tour. Don't give that kind of information in your social media page, because cyber stalkers, fraudsters use this as a tool and they will exploit you. They will make harm to you on this. Another fraud is computer and mobile frauds. These kind of frauds, computer and mobile phones are being used. Here, attackers attacks the victim by infiltrating through popular mobile apps or computers. They infect the application with malicious software called Trojan, which can get access to one's message. It can also show obscene advertisements, sign up users for paid subscriptions, or steal information, steal personal sensitive information from the mobile. The commonly used mobile application fraud are digital payment application, gaming application, etc. Next is SIM swap scam. There is a dangerous thing, our SIM card is basically an online bank for you, and it should be secured. If your SIM card holds so many detailed information in every business transaction, every digital transactions, OTP comes to your SIM. If that particular SIM can be swapped, that SIM can be used by fraudster, it can be under the control of the fraudster, then your money will be at stake. It occurs when fraudster manages to get a new SIM card issued against a registered mobile number fraudulently to the mobile service provider. Next is espionage. Espionage is the act or practice of obtaining data information without the permission of the knowledge of the owner. Sometimes we get some similar kind of messages where fraudster sends a link and just asks us to click on that link, or compels us to download some apps from the App Store or the Play Store. These kind of apps are dangerous because certain apps are TeamViewer, Index, Quick Support. These type of apps are being used to remotely control your device. The device can be your mobile phone, device can be your computer system. Once you share the OTP through this application, then the fraudster will control the full control on your device. They will transact your account, and OTP comes. You don't get any OTP. You don't have any control on your mobile phone. They will access your mobile phone and get the OTPs and make the transaction. You will lose a lot of money, and all reputations will be at your stake. Ransomware, that is a quite new thing. In recent past 5-6 years ago, this came into existence. It is a type of malware that encrypts the file. In common malware, it infiltrates our sites, it penetrates our machines and sends some information to the command and control center. But in this type of ransomware cases, there is one kind of malware. It encrypts the files, storage media, communication device like mobile computer, holding data as a hostage, and asks for ransom money to get it decrypted. Always use anti-phishing, anti-spam solution. Keep your system updated, secure. Use endpoint security, anti-ransomware tools. Avoid clicking on non-trusted attachment or hyperlinks. Ensure regular monitoring of networks and endpoints. Maintain cyber hygiene. That is the way out to get rid of ransomware attacks. Next is virus, worms, and trojans. All we know that virus basically an acronym of valuable information and resources under siege. In acronym it may be called as virus. There are worms and trojans. Worms are malicious programs that can make themselves copies again and again to your local drive, network shares, etc. Trojan horse, it's not a virus, rather a destructive program that looks as the genuine application. Unlike viruses, will not replicate themselves, rather opens a backdoor entry to your computer, which gives malicious user program access to your system, allowing confidential and personal information to be taken. It starts sending your personal data to some other server, to the fraudster server that is called command and control center. Next is what are the tips we should follow regarding this computer and mobile fraud. Always install mobile application from Play Store, App Store, that is a trusted source. Scrutinize your permission requests. Don't give unnecessary permissions to the apps you have been downloaded. Regularly update software, mobile application, and beware of malicious application, malicious updates in existing applications. Avoid downloading unnecessary apps or free apps. Regularly update software, mobile applications. Clear all the data related to the malicious application, and uninstall the application when it is not being used. Next is the other few types are there. There is one web called dark web or deep web. We must be knowing this type of word nowadays, that are being used by the fraudsters regarding for making some crime. Apart from that, denial of service or distributed denial of service attack, website defacement, online drug trafficking, cryptojacking, man-in-the-middle attack, SQL injection, zero-day exploit, DNS tunneling. All these type of attacks are also being happened. Suppose first we can see the crime using dark and deep web. In our traditional browser, if we just type some things, it gives some output. These are basically the surface web. Only 4% of data are available in surface web. The Google, Bing, Wikipedia, all the things from where we can get the data using the browser, these are only covers the 4% of the total repository of the internet. 90% data are in deep web. What is deep web? that particular data are not being served by using the traditional, that is a common Google Chrome or like this. Separate type of environment is required to explore these deep web. Medical records, legal documents, scientific reports, subscription information, competitors' website, government resources, financial records, multilingual database, academic information. These type of information are being available in deep web. And beyond the deep web, that is called dark web, 6% of data are available in dark web in terms of repository amount. Basically, dark web are being used for arms smuggling, online drug trafficking, selling of child sexual abuse material, selling of credit card, debit card details, threatening assassination case. Onion, Tor, one kind of browser is there. Through Tor browser, you can use the dark web. You can explore the dark web. You can anonymously communicate to each other. The fraudsters mainly communicate each other anonymously using this Tor browser in the dark web, and does this type of activities. And it is a great challenge for the law enforcement agencies to deal with such type of cases. In arms, dark web refers to a collection of websites that exist on an encrypted network and cannot be found on traditional search engines or accessed using standard web browser. The Tor network is used to access these sites whilst providing anonymity to the users. See, for arms smuggling calculations of illegal weapons already in the black market, as well as potential sources of diversion for legally owned weapons usually carried out to the darknet. Online drug trafficking, there is a selling market, transporting, illegally importing unlawful controlled substances such as heroin, cocaine, marijuana, LSD, and other illegal drugs are being sold out through these platforms. Child pornography materials are being sold out through this platform. Selling of credit and debit card details. There's a booming underground black market for purchasing millions of card details. We even know the average cost about 75 paisa per card. Or assassination in threatening extortion cases also. These dark web are being used, and this is the most challenging task for us to honor the truth behind this from the dark web. We just have small slides. Denial of service. It is an attack actually intended for denying access of computer. Suppose you have a website, you publish a website, and hackers or fraudsters make a DOS attack. Multiple attacks are being done. If from one side this attack is being done, that is called DOS attack, and from multiple, or that is one distributed network it is being done, that is called DDoS attack or denial of service attack. From similar kind of request, your website cannot handle, and the website will get down. And this type of thing are being done by the fraudster to defend your organization's sanctity, defend your organization, defend your thing, or to steal your data and all these things. The best way to detect and identify a DOS attack would be via network traffic monitoring and analysis. Network traffic can be monitored via firewall or intrusion detection system. Install and maintain a good antivirus software. Install a firewall and configure it, restrict traffic incoming and outgoing your computer. These are the methods which can be used for these type of frauds. Another is website defacement. Website defacement is an attack intended to change the visual appearance of a website and to make it dysfunctional. Sometimes government websites are being defaced by the attackers, Pakistani hackers or other hackers in order to defame our government. just and also to get the valuable official data from the websites. The attackers may post indecent or hostile or obscene images, messages, videos for defamation purpose. Online drug trafficking we also covered. That is called cryptojacking. Cryptojacking, what is this? This is basically the unauthorized use of computing resources to mine cryptocurrencies. Nowadays, cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, and so many cryptocurrencies are also there in the market. There are one kind of persons, there are several domain of people are there who are actually deals with the cryptocurrency, and actually they use your computing resource without your knowledge to gain access to of the to gain the access of the crypto enabled wallet. Okay, that is called cryptojacking. That is, without your knowledge, your computer device processor can be hacked, and it is a quite new type of thing. And at present, this type of attacks cannot be reported regularly. There is a in Sheldon we can get this type of things. The remedies installed a ad blocker or anti-crypto mining extension like No Miners. No Miners is a popular and anti-crypto mining extension which is available in Chrome browser. You can install it. Since cryptojacking scripts are often delivered through web ads, installing an ad blocker can be an effective means of stopping them. Some of the blockers, like the Ad Blockers Plus, have some capability to detect crypto mining scripts. Okay, we have already covered the different types of cyber crime which are being happened in the society. Now we will
hello sir, is there any threat if we accept cookie?
Whether I will answer the queries right now or after completing my slides?
Sir, you can complete your slides and then take up all the queries.
Okay, thank you. Now we will cover the cyber safety measures from women's perspective. That is another aspect which has to be covered in today's session. Safety measures, what kind of safety measures are to be covered by the women in today's world? Just see some of the glimpses of the features. The government sanctioned 200 crore through states and UTs to set up women helpline number, women help desks rather, in police station to set up anti-human trafficking unit in all the district and women help desks. In West Bengal, we have already set up 300 women help desks in 300 police stations, and on the process of installing another 250 help desks in another 250 police stations. Nirbhaya Fund was started by NHA means Minister of Home Affairs, to enhance the safety and security of women. The Women's Safety Division has also been set up in the NHA to sensitize the state's duties on women's safety related issues and timely completion of investigation of sexual assault cases. Apart from that, investigation tracking system for sexual offences, it is called ITSO, and NDSO, National Database of Sexual Offenders, Crime Act, Crime Multi-Agency Center, and New Citizen Service were set up for effective investigation. The NHA has prepared NDSO. NDSO means a National Database of Sexual Offenders, in consultation with stakeholders, including the state police departments of all states, union territories, and the National Crime Record Bureau. It uses data maintained in the states' UTs on ePrison platform. ePrison is a national prison information portal. NDSO can also be accessed through a secured NICnet, NICnet, exclusively by authorized official of law enforcement agencies, having access only through ICJs. What is ICJs? Interoperable Criminal Justice System. That is a platform through which this type of data can only be accessed. This is a sensitive data can only be accessed by some authorized person of law enforcement agency, not by the common public. The database will include offenders convicted under charges of rape, gang rape, POXO, and teasing cases. At present, the database contains 4.4 lakhs entries. The state police have been requested to regularly update the database from 2005 onwards. The database includes name, address, photographs, fingerprint details of each entry. However, the database will not compromise any individual's privacy. One called Crime Act. Crime Act, one portal is there launched by NCRB NHA to share information between various police forces on heinous crimes. The Crime Act is meant to share information on heinous crimes and other issues related to interstate coordination. Apart from that, NHA has devised a India Cybercrime Coordination Center, that is called I4C, for effective manner, in a coordinated manner, to coordinate all MLAT, that is Mutual Legal Assistance Treaties, with other countries related to cybercrime. We all know that cybercrimes happens basically in the cyberspace. Cyberspace has no legal boundaries, no physical boundaries, not legal boundaries, but not physical boundaries. It can happen anywhere in the world. To deal with such type of cases, coordination between the different countries are required, and different coordination with the different countries are being done through this treaty. This is called Mutual Legal Assistance Treaties. India has mutual legal assistance treaties in more than 50 countries. Those countries, if anything happens in their countries, by the victim resides in India, then MLATs are being issued by our law enforcement agencies through MHA, through MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, to their counterpart state heads, and we get the assistance from them. Apart from that, under I4C, that is India Cybercrime Coordination Center, there are 7 things have been started. That is, one is called National Cybercrime Threat Analytics Unit. We commonly call this TAU, Threat Analytics Unit, through which we can regularly get information on different types of cyber threats, attacks, on which we are regularly working on it. I4C is also working on it. On behalf of I4C, other regional cybercrime coordination center, that is R4C, also they are in the respective states. They are also working on it. A national cybercrime reporting portal, that is cybercrime.gov.in. Earlier also I told about it. In next slide also I will explain it in detailed manner. There is a platform for joint cybercrime investigation team. You all know that cybercrime are being taken place from different corner of the society as well as from the country. And to deal with such type of cybercrime, interstate ramifications also there. And for dealing with such type of crimes, joint cybercrime investigation team is required. That is also being done and governed by the I4C. In National Cybercrime Forensic Laboratory has set up in New Delhi. National Cybercrime Training Center is there to give a capacity building of the, to give the resources to train the police personnel to deal with such type of technical things and cybercrime investigations. Cybercrime Ecosystem Management Unit, Cybercrime Research and Innovation Center has been set up. All these things are being set up under the I4C. Next is cybercrime prevention and redressal measures by the government. What government has done, I just recapitulate all these things in one slide. Number one is NCRP, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, which is available in cybercrime.gov.in. This is a central portal to report an cybercrime incident. You should note it down, cybercrime.gov.in. For any cybercrime incident in every corner of the country, you have to give a complaint through this website only, nothing else. National Cybercrime Helpline number is there, 1930, that is operated from different parts of the country. In West Bengal, it is available in CID headquarters, Bhavani Bhavan. It is for assisting to report the cyber financial fraud cases, bank fraud cases. All these things are being done through this 1930. National Commission for Women, all you know, for protecting and promoting the interest of the women. Cyber Safe Portal, that is a portal for central repository for fraudulent mobile numbers and bank accounts. One is, I will explain it in a separate slide. Cycod portal, there is a collaborative platform for law enforcement agencies and cybercrime for cybercrime incidents. I will also explain in separate portal, separate slide. There is a Twitter handle called Cyber Dost. Is a Twitter handle of MHA for cyber sensitization. There is Cyber Security Center of Excellence of IT&E Department, Government of West Bengal for sensitization purpose, COSCOE. There are CID West Bengal Facebook page also being used to regularly sensitize the common people of West Bengal regarding cybercrime matters, cyber safety matters. Information security, education and awareness, ISEA portal is also there, Government of India. There are to file crime-related complaints. There, Digital India website is there. CERTIN also there to report cyber security incident, not the cyber crime incident. There is a difference. There is a for reporting cyber security incident, vulnerability and malware related issue. CERTIN under Government of India is there. Next is cybercrime reporting portal. What I told earlier, this is a single portal for reporting any type of cybercrime incident, any type of cybercrime cases. This is actually NCRP was started with respect to a public interest litigation filed by a Prajwala, a Hyderabad-based NGO, in the Honorable Supreme Court of India on 18th of February 2015 to facilitate the victim of complaints to report cybercrime complaints in online. It caters in all 24 types of cybercrime complaints, what I have already explained in my earlier slides, which includes the online child pornography, child sexual abuse material, rape, gang rape content. Complaints reported in this portal are dealt by the respective LEAs. LEAs means law enforcement agencies. Suppose you have reported it from West Bengal jurisdiction, then it will come to our office. If we report it from the Jharkhand jurisdiction, it will go to Jharkhand headquarters, like that. An option of reporting anonymous complaint. There is an option for reporting anonymous complaint in case of child pornography and rape, gang rape cases. Primarily, it is being dealt by we primarily deal, that is this particular portal was primarily dealt with the child pornography, child sexual abuse material, rape, gang rape and obscene content cases since 20th September 2018. But since 29th August 2019, all other cybercrime, under which 24 types of cybercrimes have been incorporated, and these type of complaints are also introduced. And from 18th of November 2021, Citizen Financial Cyber Fraud Reporting and Management System, that is called Cyber Financial Frauds Module, have been started, and through 1930, the helpline number have been introduced. There is one important link, you can note it down. The guideline for RBI regarding banks' liability in bank fraud cases. Just I would like to show the thing. What is this? Basically, if something has happened on the part of bank, suppose there is a malware attack in the ATM machine or in bank server, for which your money has been withdrawn without your knowledge, without illegitimate money has been withdrawn, then these kind of cases, bank's liability has been defined by the Reserve Bank of India. Within 24 hours, if you report it, then full amount will be refunded, and after within 3 days, the full amount will be refunded. and 4 days to 7 days, 50% amount will be refunded, and after 7 days, and that will be decided by the concerned bank authority. You can note this thing. You can get the order, the relevant order from the RBI website from this link.
Sir, I'll interrupt you for 1 second. Huh?
Yes.
Participants, if you have your videos on, please switch your videos off. If you have your videos on, it's a request. Please keep them off. Thank you. Sir, you can continue.
Okay, this is basically the glimpses of the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal through which the people can lodge their cybercrime complaints. I just want to show some steps to be followed using the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal that is available in https://cybercrime.gov.in. There are 2 sections: report women/child related crime, and another is report other cybercrimes. See, the report women and child related crime does not mean that the women have cheated by some miscreants for some amount of money, or she has some bank fraud cases. That will not come under this report women and child related crime. Child and women related crime means child pornography, child sexual abuse material, rape, gang rape, and obscene content to the women only. Okay. That should be kept in your mind, and in that case, in 2 ways you can report. You can report anonymously, and you can report through your OTP-based portal. Anonymous only be available through in case of CP cases, that is child pornography cases. You don't have to disclose your identity, and in obscene content. In rape, gang rape cases, you don't have to give your identity. In other cases, you have to give your identity so that police can contact you to lodge the regular FIR and to investigate the matter. Okay. Once you lodge the complaint here, there is a portal that is called Cyber Police Portal, which is being governed by the concerned law enforcement agency or state police. Through this portal, your complaint is being forwarded to the concerned police station. The concerned police station asks you, and they will call you to their police station and will lodge the regular complaints or regular FIR if required, and they will investigate the matter. Okay, this is a central platform through which you can lodge your complaint. You can monitor the progress of the complaint, what action have been taken by the law enforcement agencies. Okay. And there are another section that is a report other cybercrime. These other cybercrime there's 24 types of cybercrime, which I've already explained in my earlier slides. You have probably you got some preliminary idea about what type of cybercrime occurred with you, and on that basis you will just choose that particular cybercrime type and you will lodge the proper complaint. Okay. And thereafter, I will just show some of the portal. These portals are not for the public, but rather for the law enforcement agencies. Actually, I will explain this portal just because of your sensitization. This is the CyberSafe portal. It is available cybersafe.gov.in. It is a MH initiative. It's an information sharing platform between the law enforcement agency and the financial fintech entities, financial institution, suppose bank authorities, e-wallet companies, all these things. Actually, in Jamtara, you all probably know that from Jamtara we got so many fraud call cases, fraud calls being on behalf of bank officer. They are calling. They used to call to the victims and cheated their money. Okay. And these type of cases, their phone numbers were reported that I got a phone number from this number. This is the CyberSafe portal where the law enforcement agencies actually add those numbers. That number are permanently blocked. Suppose if these type of fraudulent phone numbers are being blocked regularly by the cyber law enforcement agencies, then it is presumed that one day this type of fraud will be minimized. and it's also a central repository of fraudster, including their mobile numbers and bank accounts. In the same way, their bank accounts, if the law enforcement agency have any idea, got the bank account, the fraudulent bank account details where the cheated money or misappropriated money have been landed, that particular account is also being blocked. All LEAs will have an online real-time access to this negative database, which will be updated with every fraud register. This is just for your sensitization purpose. Okay. Apart from that, there are another website called CyCORD portal, actually Cyber Coordination Center portal. This is also for the LEA also, law enforcement agency. It will act as a collaborative platform for the LEAs to interact and resolve cybercrime, cyber incident related issues. Suppose there is a common problem between the two, happen between in 2-3 adjacent states. Then through this CyCORD portal, they are actually dealing the matter. Actually, in a coordinated, in an integrated way, they can easily do it. And this is also a cyber security threat intelligence sharing platform also, and knowledge sharing platform regarding the cyber cases, cyber incidents, new type of modus operandi which are being cropped up, new type of threat intelligence which are being cropped up, all these things. This is a community based on user categories, discussion forum for knowledge sharing. This is a directory of nodal officers, law enforcement agencies, TSPs, means telecom service providers, internet service providers, OTTs, fintech institutions, assistance queries and incident sharing, knowledge repository, cyber security tool sharing, latest news events related to cyber security, exports threat intelligence feeds. All these things are being done through this CyCORD portal. And this is basically, I just quoted it earlier. This is investigation tracking system for sexual offences. This is the ITSO portal. This ITSO portal is also available through the ICJS. ICJS full form is Interoperable Criminal Justice System. I have a slide on ICJS portal. I will explain it later on also. Through ICJS, this is a portal. Actually, ICJs have different kind of portals which are being linked in a common platform, that is ICJs. Through ICJs, we can there is a pillar of Indian criminal justice system. Okay, in police there is a software called CCTNS, which is being linked through which is being entered. The cases are being entered from different police stations across the country, and all the cases having the sexual offences cases are also being filtered through this system, through this ITSO portal, and being shown to the law enforcement agencies separately. It's a platform under ICJS portal. ITSO is an online analytical tool also to monitor and track timely completion of police investigation in sexual assault cases. Currently 2 months as per the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2018, and adjournment alert module also being developed as a step towards facilitates state duties to ensure timely disposal of criminal cases. Okay. National Database of Sexual Offenders, I already told it earlier. This is also part of our Interoperable Criminal Justice System portal, ICJS, for investigation and monitoring purposes, prepared by MH in consultation with State Police Department and NCRB. The Ministry of Home Affairs has prepared the National Database on Sexual Offenders in consultation with the stakeholders. NDSO uses data maintained by the state and e-cruising database. Database has 4.4 lakh entries. I earlier also told it. I don't want to explore it. This is a Cyber Dost. This is a Twitter handle of MHA. Through this Twitter handle, they used to sensitize the common people on different cyber crime incidents, cyber safety measures, cyber safety awareness programs they handle regularly. In CID also, through our website, through our Facebook page, we regularly sensitize our common people regarding different types of cyber crimes, incident, modus operandi, different kind of cyber safety awareness program we regularly use to organize. Sensitize millions of social media users having their accounts on Twitter on prevention, protection, and precautionary measures against cybercrime. Okay, and this is basically the important slides. This is ICJS. I am just showing you. See, this is the ICJS platform. This platform was developed by NCRB since 2011. This is the Interoperable Criminal Justice System, ICJS, is an initiative of e-committee to enable seamless transfer of data and information among different pillars of the criminal justice system like court, police, jail, forensic science laboratory from one platform. See, there are 5 pillars are there, that is in orange color: police, prison, court, prosecution, forensics. These are the 5 pillars of our criminal justice system. Okay, in police there is a system, or there is a software which is operating at the police station level, that is called CCTNS. In prison there is a software called e-prison, stores the prisoners' information and the database. The person who is attending the enters into the prison and meet with the prisoners, all type of database, all those things are being recorded in e-prison software. Court, e-courts, in high court, also in the district level courts, and all courts are being governed through this e-court software. Prosecution, suppose the prosecutors, PPs are being monitored, are being through this prosecution software. Forensic, there are so many forensic science laboratories. Central Forensic Science Laboratories is there. These forensic science laboratories are being governed through the e-forensic software. Suppose a person has been arrested by the police and sent to the court then issued JC, jail custody. Then the particular accused person goes to the prison. During investigation is being continuing. During investigation, some type of forensic opinion are required. Police send the forensic alarm up to the forensic department for forensic opinion. Through e-forensic software, this type of reports are being received. And suppose during trial, the prosecutors give the trial on behalf of the prosecution. The public prosecutors takes their pleading their cases. Then all these things are being managed in an integrated and coordinated manner through this ICJS system. That's why it is called Interoperable Criminal Justice System. That is a very, very important application. It has not been fully utilized in our state. It is also in the process of completion. Once it is completed, every data will be available to the police and also to the other counterparts that can be tracked and recorded easily. Every police station can be able to see the stages. Suppose one person has been arrested, from the e-prison software it can easily be seen that earlier also where the person was, how many cases have been registered against him, what are the in earlier where he was sent, in which jails, in which prison he earlier spent, from which date to which date, in which where other cases are being pending against him, what are the cases are being under trial in which court, what are the who are the prosecutors have been prosecuted or giving regular pleading in his matter, what are the forensic alarms are being pending in which forensic laboratory. All these things can be tracked and can be governed through this ICGS portal. Apart from these 5 pillars software, there are other softwares also there. I will just explain one by one to you. Number 1 is portals. There are 5 portals is there. One of the portal is NDSO, what I have already explained to you earlier. Another one is ITSO. Another is vehicle. Vehicle means the stolen vehicle. Suppose one vehicle has been stolen from anywhere of the country, that particular thing has been reported through this vehicle portal, Brabourne portal. From the Brabourne portal, it is attached to the ICJS also. As it is a interoperable criminal justice system, all sorts of inquiry, all sorts of crime criminal inquiry can be done through this portal. Apart from that, missing and unidentified dead bodies, missing persons and unidentified, there are separate portals for missing persons and unidentified dead bodies. That is also being reported by the concerned police station and also the MPBs, Missing Person Bureau of the state, as well as also for the different districts. Apart from that, there are IVFRT, that is called Immigration, Visa, Foreigners Registration and Tracking System. That is a separate portal. That is also part of the ICJS, as because before giving a clearance for immigration, visa or foreigners registrations through the FRRO office and for tracking purposes, other records are also being required, which can easily be available through the ICJS portal. Apart from that, there are ALIS. ALIS, it is called Arms License Online. That is also a portal for giving anyone's an arms license. Also, his antecedents have to be checked out, and other cases it involved, and other type of information is available from one platform, that is the ICJS. That's why even the arms license matter have also been incorporated and included in the ICJS portal. One is person search. Person search means anyone's personal identity can be searched from this portal. Agency. There are certain central agencies are also there who are basically the national level investigating agency. We all know of them. And the first one is CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. CBI is the national investigating agency. Central Bureau of Investigation which deals with different sensitive cases across the country. There are certain offices in Kolkata also. Another is WCD, Women and Child Development Department, NIA, National Investigating Agency, RPF, NCB, and all these things, all the database are available only through one platform, that is called ICJS. Whenever the ICJS will be in the full swing, then the investigation as well as monitoring, tracking of cases will be much more easier. I think this ICJS is a most complicated and most detailed slide. Just I have spent so many times. I hope that you have understood all the things. In our state also, in West Bengal, there is a Cyber Security Center of Excellence, CSCOE, under IT and E Department, Government of West Bengal. It is operated, it assists the state government department and offices to develop skill on cyber security and resolving issues related to cyber threat. They are basically, it was developed a few years back. Earlier it was not there. Right now, all the offices, the cyber security itself is an alarming issue. And we all know that day by day cyber crime is being increased, and in the same path, the cyber security has to be a utmost important feature which has to be alerted and dealt by our department. And for this purpose, this CSCOE was developed. Activity area of CS and CSCOE, Government of West Bengal, is to make awareness generation and capacity building to the government department, cyber security assurance, cyber security operation center, to establish security operation center, cyber forensic and investigation, research and development, and also the advisory. Apart from that, information security, education and awareness, ISEA, its an objective is to build capacity in information security to address HR requirements in the country. Okay, this is basically an awareness site through which you can give so many ideas regarding cyber safety matter, cyber crime matters. You can get the idea. You can get different training materials, training of government officials are being done through this organization, spreading mass awareness through direct and indirect mode. Activity areas include formal, non-formal courses, short-term modular courses, faculty training, training for government personnel, mass awareness on information security, creation of institutional mechanism to carry out activities of the project. These are all part of ISEA. Nowadays, it is being used extensively by this department. National Commission for Women, you know better than me regarding this. This is a Women National Commission for Women was set up, a statutory body in the year 1992 January under the National Commission for Women Act 1990 to review the constitutional and legal safeguards for women, recommend remedial legislative measures, facilitate redressal of grievances, and advise the government on the policy matter affecting women. Thank you. I hope I have shown many things to you. There are so many things. I hope that you have understood most of them. If you have any question, you can ask to me. I got some queries.
Thank you so much for your talk. It was really very interesting, and so many things that we didn't know, at least the terms especially, we have understood, and I hope this workshop helps us by being more aware. It has increased our awareness of things that we had taken for granted, that we didn't even bother about. So, sir, there are a few questions. Like, can I just read them out to you now?
I got some questions. I just read out few of them. Miss Bharati Chakrabarty.
Sir, it is Brototi Chakrabarty.
Oh, sorry, Brototi Chakrabarty. Is there any threat if we accept cookies? My answer is the cookies are designed to track user behavior. If you are logged out or browsing in incognito mode or private browsing mode, then yes, you can. However, it is suggested to clean up the browser cache. Do not accept cookies if you are logged in with or your social media account or email on the browser. Brototi Chakrabarty made another question. In the cases of sexting or cyber stalking or any kind of cyber offense against women or that faced by women, where women should report, or what are the effective ways to get help from law and order? My answer is cyber stalking. Once identified, block that person on social media and remove him or her from your friend list. That will be your first responding. If it still continues, take screenshot of the staking proof with URL. You have to take proof along with the URL from the desktop, not the mobile phone. Okay, note it down. Browser's web address, go to the cybercrime portal, that is cybercrime.gov.in, and submit your report along with the screenshot. You can also consult with the local cyber PS before you report to the cybercrime portal also. I think you got your answer. One Anjuna.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes.
Welcome. Yes. One Anjuna Shaha. Her question is accessing dark web is illegal as per Indian laws? My answer is it's not illegal to access dark web from India because Tor hides the IP address and location of the user. As a result of the location being hidden, it is not possible to know from which country a user is accessing the dark web. So the question of the legality of access in India will not arise. This is a service used by many news journalists and other organizations for communicating with each other. Journalists is heavily in censored countries like China use the deep web to communicate and exchange information without any fear of government. The dark web provides them with an avenue to get information out to the rest of the world without censorship. Dark web is a double-edged sword, which along with its use and the advantages involve some risks as well. That is the place where cyber criminals stays the most. Avoiding it will keep you safe. So stay safe. Any question?
Sir, I think you've answered most of the questions there. What was there? If there any other question from the participants, if you have any more questions, you can ask sir before he leaves. Sir, I don't think so. There's any more questions. Anyway, I'll thank you once again very much for your talk this morning and for giving us such a lot of information in such a small amount of time and information that we really need in our day-to-day lives. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Women's Studies Center, Brabourne College, I thank you once again for coming here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.